everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are taking care of our level 40 Scholar quest, The Consequences of Anger. But before we get to that, there is a new feature that was added in patch 6.4, so about 9-10 weeks ago as of this recording. Hello there, Thubergame, what new feature do you have for me? Thubergame requires your help to put her theories to the proof. Satora, how fortuitous. Might you spare a moment? I recently received word that you've been researching the Scholars of Nim at the behest of a Marauders Guild member, is that right? It is indeed. I see, and as a result you can now call upon a fairy to aid you. Fascinating. Might I trouble you to meet me downstairs at the praxis area? There is something I very much wish for you to try. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what you want me to try downstairs. This is a feature that people didn't know they wanted, but as soon as it was announced, people were all over it, and so was I. It's great. I don't know if I'm going to be using it for a while, probably not until after Shadowbringers, to be honest. For reasons that make no sense whatsoever. Don't worry about it. I have no valid reasons for it. I just kind of want to hold off on actually using the feature, but I might as well grab it now. My apologies for the wait. Now, would you be so kind as to call forth your fairy? How charming! The tales do little to capture its beauty. This fairy is no doubt manifested in the image of that which you most closely associate with fairies, but my research suggests its form is not immutable. Indeed, though a fundamental form may have been incorporated into the original incantation, with sufficient concentration, I believe it possible to supplant this form with the image of another entity. Try conjuring the fairy once more, this time with a carbuncle in your mind's eye. Remarkable, and with only a single attempt. Twould seem my theory holds, meaning this transformation should be merely superficial and has done naught to affect its capacity for healing. Very good. With that, we may conclude this little experiment. If you would follow me upstairs. So yeah, we are unlocking the ability to effectively glamour our fairy. In patch 6.4, they finished a change to Scholar that was originally done in Shadowbringers. There used to be two fairies, Eos and Celine, which you can still see in the cutscenes, both of them. And they each had different properties. One was more of a healing focus, and one was more of a support focus. So they had two separate functions, and there would be merit for switching between them. But with Shadowbringers, they kind of reduced that to they both act exactly the same. So one of the fairies was effectively redundant. Specifically, Celine was redundant. With patch 6.4, they removed Celine entirely. She is no longer able to be summoned. We used to have, if we scroll down, where is it? Where is it? Where is my summon fairy? Here we go. We used to have a Summon Eos and a Summon Celine action. Summon Celine action is now gone, replaced with just Summon Eos. But we can still get our fairy to look like Celine by simply using this glamour feature to make her look like Celine. We can also, of course, make our fairy look like any of the three colors of carbuncles, but unfortunately, I did try this, you cannot make your fairy look like the summons you get as summoner, which I think is very silly. I would love for my fairy to look like Titan or Ifrit. I think that would be hilarious. Thank you again for your help, Satora. That proved to be quite the spectacle. I should hope you make use of what we've learned here today. I dare say your fairy's appearance may be without limit. Without limit, you say, not letting me change my fairy to a summoner form. Our fairy's appearance can now be altered by using /pet glamour. For example, if you wish to change the appearance of Eos to appear as Ruby Carbuncle, use the text command /pet glamour Eos Ruby Carbuncle. For further details, enter /pet glamour. Awesome, thank you so much. And pet glamours are also a thing that we will eventually unlock on Summoner as well. I believe we need to complete the Realm Reborn questline before we can do that. But with our pet glamours unlocked, let's head on to speak to Alka Zolka to get started on the actual job quest. Alka Zolka looks pleased to see you. How curious that you always come at the most opportune time, Satora. 'Tis divine providence, almost. Doubly so since we have been both blessed we have both been blessed with a chance to refine our respective arts. You see, in your absence, I've been studying a section of the Nemean treatise detailing marauder fighting techniques. The fundamentals do not differ much from modern methods, but there are slight variations in footwork and grips, as well as the distinctions between the various ranges and the attacks best employed when... Forgive me, I lost sight of the more pertinent point. Nemean scholars and marauders fought side by side, yes? Well, now you and I have an opportunity to do the same. A Tonberry has been spotted in Bronze Lake, and the Marauders Guild has been asked to dispatch it. Since Tonberries dwell within the Wanderer's Palace, an ancient Nemean temple recently discovered in the wake of the Calamity, there is a strong possibility that the creatures have resided there since before the fall of Nim. Do you follow my reasoning, Satora? These malevolent creatures may have overrun the temple and claimed it for their own at the height of Nemean civilization. They may have posed a major threat to the ancient people, even. If so, then surely facing one in battle would rekindle the memories of your fairy. Even if I am mistaken, the Tonberry poses a threat to the locals. Moreover, I would very much like to put my newly learned Nemean techniques to the test. So we will rendezvous outside Wanderer's Palace, yes? Sounds like a plan. Let's head on up to Upper Lenosia then, off to Camp Bronze Lake. Alright, I've arrived here at Camp Bronze Lake, well, just outside Camp Bronze Lake, here in Upper Lenosia. And looks like Alka Zolka has headed over towards the Wanderer's Palace to the west. So let's get over there and see where this Tonberry's at. Hello there, Alka Zolka. Looks like we have a duty coming up indeed. That's not surprising at all, so let's take some chamomile tea, some good old caster food, and let's get started. Well met, Satora. I had only just arrived myself. 'Twas in this vicinity that the Tonberry was last sighted. With luck, it will not have gone far. Look, atop the stairs! My son! My dear son! At long last, The rancor, it rises! It rises! It comes! It is a nerd, and it speaks. Something is not right here, Alka Zolka. Alright, Alka Zolka is going to draw its attention while I work on stopping it. Please. Okay, Alka Zolka, you're not doing a great job of tanking. Okay, there we go. Just got to keep an eye on your health and make sure you don't fall. Though it's going down way faster than you are. I think we'll be... Oh my goodness! Well, hello there, awful, awful creatures. Here, let's preemptively put up a Whispering Dawn to make sure we're both at least getting some source of health. I'll take care of the goo while you try and get the Tonberry's attention back. Or just completely fail at that. Alka Zolka, you're not a very good tank, I have to be honest. You're doing a terrible job of drawing their attention. Or is it just that I'm way too strong? It's actually incredibly likely that I'm just too strong. My item level is admittedly way higher than you're probably supposed to be at this point. Okay, I got a Vuln up stack, so that's not good. Get rid of that. And let's deal with you at last. Hang on. Alka Zolka? None of that, no dying. Here. Add Loquium to give you a shield. Whispering Dawn to get... Whispering Dawn's not even attaching to you. That's unfortunate. Doesn't matter. Tonberry is down. Rah! What are you doing? Move, damn you! My... Confound it all! Hey, Eos? What was that about? Why did you save the Tonberry? Though honestly, I also noticed something was not quite right with it, so... But what happened, Satoru? I thought you could control her. I apologize. I know you've only just begun to work with the fairy. Some disobedience is to be expected. Now hold on, Alka Zolka. I'm sure she has a reason. Axemaster Wyrnzone will be disappointed, but there is naught we can do. The Tonberry is long gone. Let us return to Limzolominsa. Alright, back we go. Alright, Alka Zolka, I made it back. Sorry that the Tonberry got away, but... I'm sure Eos had good reason. Ah, Satoru, permit me to apologize the second time. Earlier I was flustered and not myself. In the aftermath of the Tonberry's escape, I completely overlooked our accomplishments. We confirmed the viability of Nemean tactics, and proved that a Scholar and Marauder working in tandem is a force to be reckoned with, would you not say? Yeah, especially with how powerful Warrior is nowadays. With the self-heals and self-sustains. My god, is current Warrior way too powerful. And correct me if I'm mistaken, but your fairy regained some of her memory, yes? With that in mind, I feel comfortable claiming that this was a worthwhile endeavor. However, do try and gain greater mastery over your minions, Satoru. I would hate for a repeat of that incident. I'm sure she had her reasons, but yes, we'll work on it. Alright, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and continue to save the hunting log for when we do Summoner, so that'll be when we do Summoner. So for now, that's it for today. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, looks like it's going to be a Sunday episode, which means we are doing some more side quests. And that's going to be more side quests up in Kurthus, level 38, possibly getting into level 39 side quests. There is still that level 38 dungeon I really want to do, but I'm going to hold it off one more week before we get to that. Apologies. So I will see everyone next time as we do more work up at Camp Dragonhead and possibly the White Brim front. I'll see everyone next time for that.